Yo, 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 and welcome back to the Banter Boys podcast. My name is Sanjay. With me is Ryan. How you doing, boy?
Yo, I don't know. I feel like this is an auspicious day.
Oh, 200.
Yeah.
So I know it says 200, but we might have released more than 200. This is like 200 on sticking to consistent naming convention and all that.
True.
But how many more extra do you think we've gone over 200? Like in terms of releases?
So the Euro games would have been counted.
Yeah.
The inside tracks would have been counted.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing maybe like just 2 or 3 over.
Oh, spot on too. Yeah.
Okay.
So we had one episode that had like a part 1, part 2
Right.
sort of thing. And then another one was, I think a while back, we did like a community special where I think the boys at TDS asked like a bunch of people to give like recommendations for picks and stuff. And they combined that. And that we released onto our channel as well. So.
Right. I remember that one. That was the only one I remembered. I didn't remember part 1, part 2.
Yeah. I mean, but it's like a decent sort of like slight overshoot to kind of assume that, okay, if it's one, I'm just going to tack on
Basically,
like another.
yeah.
That's like perfect fan tracks or fantasy sort of thinking, you know. It's like, there's bound to be like a slight, extra.
Yep.
We're back though. What's up? How you doing, man? We're back with Sunday Waiver pods.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just lost in DPL, I think.
Ah, really? Did you do something stupid?
Not really. I mean, playing as a Newcastle defender, yes, that's kind of silly at the moment.
That is really stupid. You talked about dropping them. What happened?
I dropped Byrne, who actually came off the bench and got the assist, but I played Share.
Yeah.
-2 from Share. Not too bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just unlucky, I guess. I thought City would just thump Bournemouth. They didn't. But it's about time, right? Like 9-game streak had to come to an end sometime.
I mean, it's not over till it's over.
Bowen needs 41 points.
Oh, totally possible. Paqueta starts, you're golden, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm confused. Like, were you not able to grab any of the streamers we talked about from last episode? Like, why was it that you had to start Share?
Stubbornness to hold on to the people I had, I guess. I grabbed Chris Richards. I grabbed a few others that we chatted about.
Fucking goal and clean sheet.
Yo. We made some good calls this week.
Really good calls. I followed some and they paid off, man. Totti, like
Yeah.
Wolves defense. Triple Wolves defense.
Yo,
Could have won your
that fucking paid
matchup, right?
off. Like, so I came up against double. Aiden was one of the ones I came up against. So it was a bit of bad luck.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can fix your stubbornness with this episode.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to go back on your winning streak, right?
I'm not worried.
All right. If you're not worried, I'm not worried. We should do some social plugs. We were hoping to have him live, but life came up. So hopefully he'll be able to jump onto a future pod. But Ross, if you don't mind, plug the socials. Tell the people where they can find us.
Yeah, for sure. So you can message us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handles at BanterB. On Discord in the Draft PL channel, Banter Boys #6585. On Reddit, /Banter_boys. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube, all under the name of Banter Boys.
All right, so hopefully you've listened to Ross. If you found us or you're listening to us on YouTube, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button or, that like button, the thumbs up button, we'd really, really appreciate it. We're seeing the subscribers slowly starting to increase, so really, really appreciate the support, guys. And if you're listening to us on Spotify or any other platform that you're able to rate us, if you don't mind hitting the 5-star button, giving us a rating, it goes a long way for us, right? It massively helps us spread the pod, grow the brand, and just, we're motivated to share more content. But if this is your first time listening to Banter Boys podcast, welcome. We're a Fan Tracks pod. So you're listening to our Sunday waiver pod. We're just trying to get you waiver picks options out before the typical waiver deadlines of Tuesdays and Fridays. But we'll be back hopefully with a regular Tuesday pod as well to cover all the data, league updates, that sort of stuff. Because we're still in the middle of a game week, right? There's one more game to go. Brentford versus West Ham. So that's why we're talking about Burn and all that sort of good stuff. But hopefully, we'll be able to identify some under 40% picks that maybe you can stream this week. If not only for this week, but even moving forward, because we've got a double game week on the horizon as well. Potential massive blank after that. So, I think now what we can do is maybe chat about some picks. So let's start with goalkeepers.
So we usually do a list for those who don't know, and we read off some options from the list. We go off from the top of our head sometimes, but I'm looking at the list. I see Kelleher here, right? Obviously, he has to make the list.
Yeah.
I have zero clue how to pronounce his first name. Like
Kaiman, I think. Kaiman?
And
Something
I had
like
no clue if that's how you pronounce it. That's how you spell it. What the hell?
Yeah.
He's Austrian? Where is Kelleher from?
No, he's Irish.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, if the name looks complicated and sounds complicated, chances are it's Irish. Sorry to my Irish folk.
Gotcha.
I might be pronouncing his first name wrong. I'm sure. It's pronounced Kevin. Yeah, Kevin Kelleher.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. See, I butchered it, but we corrected that. So, yeah, you learned something new though.
I did.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Kept the clean sheet against Chelsea tonight.
Yeah, kind of glad Ross is not here to rub that win in your face.
Yeah, true. That was a horrible game from you guys, man.
Yeah, we set another record though. 6 finals in a row, didn't win.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't know if that's the kind of record you want to set, though.
I mean, we're setting something.
Fair.
Yeah, I heard we had some big chances. Should have won.
Should have.
Maybe.
Should have.
Yeah. But the boys didn't do it, so. But Kelleher did make some big saves.
Yeah. There was one massive save. It was like reactionary.
From Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was insane. Man's hand was like friggin' solid because that bounced off so clean off his hand.
Yeah. I think like wins like this, trophies like this kind of spur the team on for the rest of the season as well.
Yeah,
like,
true.
They're already in the title race. If Alisson's out till like Marchish, I love Kelleher as a pick.
Same.
My only concern is that I don't think he keeps as many clean sheets as you expect from like an Alisson defense sort of team.
Agreed.
But he'll get saves.
Yeah, he'll get saves. I agree. Clean sheets aren't as likely, especially because the defense themselves are shot, right? And then even in the middle of the field, they're kind of weak-ish right now.
Oh, I saw Endo was wearing a protective boot after the game.
Did he? Really?
Yeah.
And Gravenberch went off injured.
Yeah.
This is nuts because Bradley played middle of the pitch after that injury.
Was he playing right wing or some shit?
Yeah, some crazy. Look good for glimpses, man.
Yeah. I just think like definitely you want Kelleher if you can get him. Like I think I've got him in like one league, like Dynasty or something. So
right, okay.
But that league, like I've got him, Petrovic, and Ederson. So it's gonna be a real headache to decide who to slot.
Do you need to roster 3 goalkeepers? What the hell?
Well, it's a 24-man roster.
I know,
so.
but still.
Greediness.
Fair.
The blanks, the doubles, like I've got 2 top team goalkeepers. Well, arguably 3. Depends on whether or not you're a Chelsea fan. So
fair.
But I mean, if you had to choose between those three, you'd go Kelleher still, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So you bring up Petrovic. He's on our list. I dropped Petrovic a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm not quite sure. I can remember when, but
Mm.
I don't really want him back right now.
Yeah. I I wouldn't argue against that. Like,
I guess when I look at the rest of the options, though, it's like Fotheringham, who was dropped for Gribbage. Kaminsky, the Brighton goalkeeper, whoever is going to be on the day, and Johnston are the other options on the list. So I do think I prefer Petrovic to any of those. But I think Kelleher over all of them.
yeah. What about new manager bounce though, Johnston? We kind of debating about this pick like night before. When was it? We like Friday evening. I think we had like a little mini call. We were discussing like keepers and stuff, and you and I both made grabs. I think you went Leno, I went Johnston.
Yeah, so Johnston got the clean sheet, but I mean, it's Burnley. And one save, that doesn't instill me with confidence. Leno, on the other hand, 7 saves, 11 points. I'll take that.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I would say you got that call right then. So then we're saying Kelleher, Johnston, the rest?
For me, it's Kelleher, Petrovic, then Johnston, and the rest.
Fair. Kelleher has Forest away. Petrovic has Brentford away. And Johnston is Spurs away.
Yeah. Palace is an avoid then.
Yeah.
I do want to talk briefly about Gribbage. Not massively.
Arsenal away next?
No, not so much the fixture, but more I'm
Yeah.
surprised by the move. He actually didn't look bad. I mean, Sheffield always look bad, so
Yeah.
he didn't look bad for being in that Sheffield defense, right? Again, I'm still gonna avoid, but I'll keep my eye on him.
Yeah, I'm still of the mindset I'm just gonna avoid all Sheffield United assets.
Same.
Yeah. Target their fixtures. Like, I think that's an easy strategy, but like obvious strategy as well. But yeah, cool. Let's talk about defenders then, man.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, let's start Palace because we clearly got some calls right. Chris Richards, insane.
Ledge.
And then Munoz, who we've been talking up for a while now.
Finally came good.
Yeah.
And came good, did he? Like,
what was it, 16 in the end?
17 and a half?
17 and a half, okay.
Yeah.
Joel Ward, surprise addition to the list.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to throw him in because, like, I feel like next waivers, I'd be surprised if your like Richards and Munoz's were available in your league. So if you're like facing a manager that has either of them, I feel like Ward could be like a decent cover if the fixture is good enough for a clean sheet punt.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, next one is bad though.
Yeah, it's really bad. So I'd probably not go for that one. But it's just like keep an eye on that, like, because in their double game week, well, they don't have a double game week fixture, but in that double game week in 28, they're home to Luton. I don't hate it. Like, and we've seen single game week fixtures time and time again be a great source of points versus the double game week traps.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah, just something to consider.
As you've mentioned,
yeah, go ahead.
Double game week. Bournemouth, Luton, any assets there we should consider?
I mean, Senesi seems the obvious, but he's like on that 40% mark, so I'd be surprised if you were able to get him.
So, I mean, he's free in our DPL right now.
Yeah, I'd target him. He has like so much goal threat, and he's like nailed in the heart of the defense. The next 3 fixtures for Bournemouth are fantastic, right?
Yeah, they really are.
Burnley away, Sheffield at home, Luton at home. So I don't mind taking him past that, like Wolves away, Everton at home, Crystal Palace at home, Luton away. It's good fixtures.
Agreed. Any I guess if you can't get Senesi, who would you be targeting at Bournemouth then? Like a Zbarny?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the next easy, obvious cover sort of thing. I don't mind Kirkez as well.
Okay.
He ghosted really well this game.
Yeah.
7.25.
Right.
I remember he had a really good pop at goal as well that forced Edison into a good save. So, in terms of upside, I like that shout.
Fair
but
enough.
my concern is, does he get all of the games, right?
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Because he was in and out the team. So, there's a bit of like a gamble with picking Kirkez. Zabarni safe pick. Adam Smith probably safe pick. But I think I'd go Senesi, Kirkez, Zabarni, Smith.
Okay. I'm not against that order, but I think they're pretty close to the last three.
Yeah.
Kirkez, Zabarny, Smith, whoever you can get. Not horrible options.
And steamrolled into them this game week against Burnley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Triple?
Yo, why not, man? Like, why not?
Just target the Burnleys and the Sheffields, right?
Genuinely, why not?
Okay, we're talking about targeting Sheffield. You mentioned him already. Totti did well this game week.
Yeah,
He's been
played
ghosting better and better.
Yep. What did he end on? Like 16?
Yeah, I think
16
so.
and a half? 17.75.
Wow.
Stat corrections. Oh, love them. Yeah, I mean, their fixture is away to Newcastle, though.
Yeah, but is that one to worry about anymore? I don't know. Newcastle just do not have their shit together.
They're inconsistent. And Wolves are one of those teams that surprises you with, like, weird-ass results. Like, didn't they win away to Spurs last game week?
True. Yeah.
So it's not the worst, but I still feel like in terms of attacking threats, I still prefer like Craigie Daw or Kilman on set pieces and stuff like that.
Fair.
I mean,
they still both
you're
have
not-
a very good floor, right?
Who?
Kilman especially.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Dawson is part of. Maybe Totti is part of that floor, right? But I feel like the other two have been more consistent with their points.
Yeah, I think that, I get that.
Like I think I'd only drop Totti if I can get one of the Bournemouth guys right now.
Fair.
There might be other options though, so
Fair enough.
like Everton defense, they look fairly solid, man. Like
they do. I mean, but conceding against 10 men, a bit of a worry.
yeah, but doesn't Pickford have like the second most or tied for second most clean sheets for the season so far?
Yeah, probably. Godfrey is decent when he's not going to get you those concerning 0-pointers. He has a decentish
Yeah.
floor, like it's like 5 or so, right?
Yeah. And I mean, we'll see how West Ham does like tomorrow evening, right?
Yeah.
If Pack is not back and they're still struggling in attack, I don't mind punting on Everton for a bit of a clean sheet play as they host West Ham in Game Week 27.
Fair enough. Yeah, you want to talk Spurs boys?
So are these guys only relevant if Udogie and Porro are still injured?
I would say so. I mean, I think Udogi is like longer than Poro, right? Poro should be back soon. But yeah,
So
I guess wait on news. But
Yeah.
I don't mind any of Ben Davies or Royale.
Well, I mean, based on like the Udogie Porro status, if Udogie's far away, then Ben is your boy.
Yes.
And Royale is like Maybe you hold him, see what Poro's status is, wait for pressers, keep an eye on that, and then drop him Thursday, Friday, or wait until Saturday if you have enough flexibility or depth in your team.
I mean, he's such a liability at times too, though. Mr. Ryan.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest.
I mean, the fixture's not bad. I know, like, Glasner came in, they're attacking quite a lot and all that, but it's a very fucking easy fixture to start with, right? Burnley
Fair.
at home, so...
Yeah, good point.
And I'm sure Spurs will want to bounce back. After that loss to Wolves, they didn't play the last game week. Like,
Yeah, bit
they've
of
had
a
a lot of
rest.
time to kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Regroup.
yeah, will be interesting. One more name, Calvin Bassey, back from AFCON.
Yeah, got the goal, right?
Yeah, yep.
I actually like Fulham right now, man.
They're kind of a bit solid again.
Yeah, they're going
Kind
through.
of.
They had a spell this season where they were scoring, or everybody was just getting key passes like crazy.
Yeah.
They're kind of back to that. Not that they're defensively sound at all, but
Mm.
I don't mind Bassey. I mean, Anthony Robinson is still the one I want. Castagna did get the assist this game week. And then Bassey got the goal.
And that was Fulham's, I think, first win at Old Trafford in 21 years or something.
Oh yeah, I saw that stat before the game. I didn't even think of it after.
So, I mean, that just kind of solidifies your point about there's something about Fulham.
Yeah. So Tosin's back too.
Yeah, I didn't put his name on this because he got like -1 in the 90 minutes, which is a bit concerning.
Agreed. I just think he helps them. Like he solidifies them a bit. Like I'll trust
Yeah.
them more now.
Yeah.
So I guess Basse, Castagna, and Tosin. Who are you going first?
Castagna has been so like shit though. Like, I don't want this game week to kind of blind me from picking him, but I would kind of gravitate towards going back to Tosin just because, you know, he has that ability to ghost really, really well.
Same.
This one's a tough one for me, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like I'd look elsewhere other than Fulham. How would you rate them though? Like, I'm a bit stumped.
I'd go Tosin first, I think. Then probably Castagna and then Basse, but
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of tend to agree with you. I don't want to go there at least.
I thought it was like I don't want to agree with you.
I mean, they do have a game week 29 fixture though. That kind of is on my mind.
Fair. But the fixture isn't
It's Spurs.
the best.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
Yeah.
But Tosin, I think, could do well in either. So I kind of
Okay.
think Tosin first.
Okay. So if we had to pick one each or something like that.
I really like double game week, so I'm gonna just shout Senesi.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's a straightforward pick. Yeah, this one is the remainder is a bit of a tough one, but I would say maybe Ben Davies if Udogi's actually out for a while.
Yeah, I get it.
I kind of like Spurs fixtures for the next little while, I think.
Yep.
Cool. Let's talk mids.
Okay. Buonanotte ghosted well finally.
Yeah, I dropped him. Not sure if that's a regret because I still think he's a bit unpredictable with his points. But yeah, I mean, not the worst play.
Unpredictable with his minutes too, though, right?
Yeah.
Benefited from like not everyone being fully fit.
Would you play him against your rejuvenated Fulham boys though?
If he starts, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's almost one to monitor. I feel like there's definitely not necessarily space for Buonanotte in every game.
Yeah. Man had 5 key passes in 71 minutes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, we never mentioned Lamptey. I'm so concerned about what they're doing in defense. Like, Estupinian came on and smashed, more or less.
Yeah. S2 had like a, what was it? 29-minute cameo?
Yeah, and put up 6 points, 2 key passes, 1 accurate cross, and
Yeah.
conceded a goal, right? So, like, it was really more. 5 points, that it was, whatever it was.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, I don't know. Other than Van Heck, I'm not sure I'm eyeing up any Brighton defense.
Yeah, fair. As Buenanote, they only made it in. Oh, does
That's
Gilmore Red open the door for anybody else too?
mm,
No, right?
not sure. Unless your boy Moder is back.
Yo.
That's like a personal pick
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
thing. Yeah. Buenanote to Fulham, yeah. I don't know. That is yeah, that's a bit of a tough one to gauge.
So there were a lot of players this week that came off the bench. They did not start, but still smashed it. Well, not smashed it, but did well.
Got decent points.
Yeah, like Ericsson is one of those.
Yeah. You got like 9 points or something in half an hour or some shit?
9.5 or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else was there? There were a few. I can't remember who, but any love for Ericsson at all?
I mean, there's always love for Ericsson. We know how fucking amazing he can be.
Do you think he plays if Hoyland is actually, well, it was 3 weeks when they estimated it, right? Or do you think
Yeah,
Forsen comes back in, or what?
Why the fuck did they play this Forsen kid? I didn't watch the game, but Forsen put up like 2 points.
I didn't watch the game either, but yeah, it was clearly like deliberate. They wanted to play Forser.
Oh god. Surely they can pick somebody else. Like,
I mean, are you sure? Their depth is not that great.
I mean, they probably have fit players, but those fit players are probably shit. So
That's what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, I think.
I mean, if Ericsson is starting that game, you're really starting him versus City, though.
Yeah, exactly right. I don't really want Ericsson right now, but if he is playing, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Like, at that point of the game week, if most of your lineup is done, because after that Manchester Derby fixture, it's Sheffield United versus Arsenal. You don't want Sheffield United assets. All the Arsenal assets are gone. And if Ericsson is starting, you have nothing to lose. Throw him on your bench. Leave him there for like future game weeks as a punt.
Fair. Yeah.
Let's talk about the Bournemouth boys though.
Yeah.
Back to the whole double game week vibes.
That's exactly where I was going to. The Luton and Bournemouth boys.
So I saw Christie dropped in like our DPL league and stuff like that, and he still put up like what 9 to 10 points versus City.
Yeah.
I think ghosts. So in terms of like Scott and Lewis Cook, I mean we saw it. I think Liverpool would be like the perfect fucking example of this. Like people like Harvey Elliott, like Gakpo, players that get you points sort of things. They ended up smashing it, right? So I'm just wondering, like, is Scott and Cook one of these sort of situations? Because I'd probably gamble them against Burnley for sure if I owned them. Like, I'd start them. But in that double game week as well, let's say Scott is benched for the first one. Do you just leave him to start? Like, even the likes of, we're probably going to talk about it, like, in forwards and stuff, but like Sinistera, Ouattara, like.
I actually think so, yeah. I think they will get minutes in the first game and a possible start in the second game. So, yeah, I'm not against that. And we do know one game with a good fixture is enough in a double game week to make an impression. The points off the bench in the game they don't start is a bonus, right?
Yeah. I think the only thing is, like, grab your players, but keep an eye on the Tuesday, Wednesday night fixtures because FA Cup.
Right. Okay.
Bournemouth versus Leicester, big fucking game because Leicester's like dominating championship right now, right?
Yeah, very good point.
So injuries could happen, all that sort of jazz.
I mean, that's Bournemouth. Let's talk Luton.
Sambi went off with an injury or a knock versus Liverpool because he got subbed at halftime, right? In that
I
game.
think it was an injury sub, yeah, at least based on sofa score.
So that's why I threw Chong's name into our list.
Fair. Interesting one.
Where would you rather go? Like, okay, let's assume Lokonga's injured. If he's not, like, you're grabbing Lokonga again, right? Because he kind of did what we said he'd do in that double game week. Put up like 10 to 12 points.
Yeah, I think I'd go Lokonga if he's fit.
I mean, Chong still smashed it in both his 60-minute like episodes, right?
I know, which is annoying as shit.
There's an attacking return in there, like 2 of them actually. You got 2 assists.
Yeah.
So I don't hate the play either. It's good fixtures for them.
I don't disagree. It is great fixtures. Chong, I
Yeah.
just have so much worries about, probably because, I don't know, the United, like, he never did anything there, but I probably need to look past that.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, away to Palace, away to Bournemouth. I know both away games and we prefer them
At
when they're
home,
at home,
yeah.
but
So,
the opposition isn't the worst.
agreed. So, who do you prefer then? The Bournemouth boys or the Luton boys?
Bournemouth boys,
Same. And that's kind of my hesitance too.
right? Yeah. I think, like, if you don't get any of your waiver picks and the Luton boys are left, just grab them.
Fair. Liverpool going through tons of injuries.
Yeah.
We just spoke about Endo wearing his boot or whatever at the end of today's game, the final. What about Harvey Elliott?
I think he would be an auto pick at this point, right?
I think so too, but I'm shocked that like so many managers dropped, or he's just 19% rostered.
Yeah.
I grabbed in 2 leagues
During the blank.
during the blank. I just
Yeah.
had a spot.
We talked about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had
we
a
talked
spot.
about it.
And
Yeah.
then the next league in Bash, I just took a loss because I just
Yeah.
could not field 5 man.
Yeah.
So I just picked him up.
Yeah, he could be a top pick.
I think so. I mean, he smashed that game where Salah and Darwin sat out.
Yeah.
Second game of the double.
Yeah. And we said that as a possible strategy, even if he doesn't start the first one, he might start the second one. Somebody in our Discord listened to us and won because of that strategy. So
Yeah.
massively rewarded with a 36.5 across the 2 games. So
Insane, right?
yeah, mental, bro. Mental.
Yo, so good to see Joe Willock get his goal, get back in.
Was it though? Not if you're an Arsenal defender, holder, starter,
I mean,
whatever.
looking past the fantasy, looking past the...
I mean, it's good to see him back, right? There's a good chance that he could get like a starting spot again because Newcastle, I feel like they're struggling with some creativity, some drive.
Yeah, he needs that. He needs to be in the team. He does.
Yeah. Because like Miggy's off form, Joelinton isn't there. Like he's got good physicality about him, drives the ball forward.
Yep.
Like there's a lot of good things going on for him right now. So yeah, I mean, if he starts, I don't mind the punt. I'm gonna be a bit cautious though, just because he's coming back from injury just now. So
Yeah, same. I'm not gonna like spend any fab or anything.
yeah,
I'll probably not even try it for him, to be honest. But one to keep an eye on.
yeah,
I do want to see way more form from Newcastle before I even start going there for fringe players.
yeah.
Palace, you spoke about new manager bounce. Lerma is Lerma, but Wharton, what are you thinking?
I think I prefer Wharton to Lerma.
Same. Not worried about Eze?
I own, so I'd love if he's back.
True.
Um, what worries me though is Wharton got subbed at 65 minutes, right?
Yeah. He's been
So that is
consistent though.
yeah, been very consistent. I still start him if I own him and I see him starting. Like,
I think I mean, obviously at 40% roster, he's obviously gained attention, right? But he's still kind of going under the radar in some leagues.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I always mix up Lerma and Lamina. And just because we mentioned Lerma, I just want to talk Lamina.
Mm.
Lamina, I mean, his roster's percentage is like 56 or something. It's much higher outside of our typical range. But he put up 10 today.
Yeah, I think he would have been dropped in some leagues as well.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't doing too well.
He had this small little dip with the 3 and 4.5 versus Brentford and Chelsea, but he was back to like his 8 to 10 over the last couple of games.
Solid,
So
steady Eddie, right?
yeah, if he was dropped into your waiver pool, he's another midfielder I'd consider.
Same.
Yeah. I want to talk about City mids really quickly.
Sure.
You streamed one. I was really upset that I saw that you streamed one because you messaged me and you're like, I'm gonna stream this guy. It's gonna be a really bad move. It's a bad idea. I'm gonna take the pain, and you did it. Why?
Mateus got me 7 points. I'm not against that.
Yeah, I mean, you hedged it by grabbing Mateus, right? But you grabbed Kovacic, who I think is above
Kova
40.
was a horrible choice. I knew it was going to be a horrible choice.
Because it hurt me, I think, early on in the season. I also made a similar move, right?
Yes, I
Kova
remember
seemed
that.
to be
Yeah,
playing like that cam role, and I'm like, let me take a gamble. And one of them is going to be shit, one of them is going to be great. So, I mean, at least you played both and you kind of took that spread. But, I mean, Mateus didn't actually look good eye test wise. He looked terrible.
He looked bad, but I thought for sure he would have racked up a bit more dribbles than he did. Like, there were moments where he was weaving in and out of players, getting tackled, getting fouled, whatever. I just wanted like 2 more successful dribbles and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Because we've seen him do that at Chelsea time and time again, right? Like,
At Chelsea? You mean at Wolves?
no, I'm talking now, Kova.
Oh, Kova. Yeah.
Like, dribble through the field and some ridiculous run.
Not the same Kova, bro.
Clearly not. Annoying.
Like,
as
Kova
hell.
was like our best player. He's like their worst player. So
yeah.
the dependency on points, creativity, all that sort of shit, like, yeah, I don't think you expect that from a City Kova.
Fair. As we're on City mids, do we talk Oscar Bob? Do we not?
Oh, man. I wish I had Oscar Bob in my Dynasty League. He's so good.
He is so good. I mean, Pep is clearly hiding something about De Bruyne, right?
Ugh. That's really annoying. Came on for 6 minutes, got a yellow card. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I guess if he came on, it indicates he's fit enough. But I feel something's going on. Oscar Bob, I think, is not worth rostering, but I will not be surprised if he starts the game again sometime soon.
I think you get like 2 to 3 starts for the rest of the season.
Yeah, exactly. And at those times, I want him.
Like, end of season, like, let's say the title race is wrapped up.
True.
I'd love me some Oscar Bob.
True.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense talking about him now then.
Nah, but one to keep an eye on.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about any of the Sheffield boys or Bissouma from Spurs?
Not Sheffield at all.
Yeah.
Bissouma, he had a good last game, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he got like 12 ghosts? No, 9 ghosts in 70 minutes.
But that's like rare for him now.
Yeah, feels rare. Yeah.
Like his standard was more around this 4-point mark.
Yeah, like over the last few game weeks and sets of game weeks. I mean, he started the season hot, right?
Yeah, he did. He did. Really hot.
He was, I want to say, maybe averaging 9 points or something, like first 4 or 5 games.
Yep.
So what if he's hitting that patch again?
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Yeah.
As I was going through the fan tracks list, I did cast my eye on a defender again. Joe Gomez. If he's going to play again, I'm not against it, eh?
Yeah, I mean, they have injuries, right?
They have injuries, and Bradley could play midfield or something weird. Playoff.
Yeah.
I don't mind Joe.
Yeah, I mean, the fixture is 3 p.m. kickoff if you're in UK. So, like, first window kickoff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it doesn't start, you drop.
exactly.
Yeah. And you have enough time to grab any free Bournemouth defenders because they play on the Sunday.
All right. I guess that's it for mids, right?
You want to pick one each?
I was gonna ask. Sure, you go first.
I'm going to go with Chef Lewis,
Ooh,
the cook himself.
I'm gonna go Harvey. Yo, I feel like there's more to these Liverpool injuries than Klopp is letting on, and I'm hopeful Harvey starts in the front three and smashes.
Yeah, because I don't think Salah or Nunez was on the bench tonight, right?
No, but you saw Nunez celebrate like the win, run off from in the stands,
Yeah,
jump over.
yeah.
Like, the guy could
Yeah.
have gotten injured just by that.
Fucking lunatic, man.
I know, right?
But by the way, we never talked about his chip finish. An absolutely ludicrous finish when you're 1v1 with the goalkeeper. You could like tap it in, go around the keeper.
Even
man,
square to
chips.
Jota or whoever was next to him. Like anything.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was great finish though, but why?
Fantastic finish. Yeah.
God
Guy's
damn.
crazy, man. He's crazy. All right, let's talk about some forwards, man.
All right. I'm just gonna jump right into the double game week players. Bournemouth boys, yo. Semenyo, Sinistera, Ouattara. I don't mind any of them. I don't really want the ones who don't start, but I guess Semenyo is the one highest in my thoughts, I guess.
Yeah. He ghosted quite well.
Yeah, he did. He did. Still a minute's worry though, right?
Yeah, off 78 minutes.
Yeah. Don't know what happened to Sinistera, why he's not starting. Because it looked like he was going to be starting for a while.
If he doesn't get minutes at all versus Burnley, would you risk starting Sinistera in the double?
I don't know. It's a tough one.
It's a very tough one.
I think I trust Ouattara off the bench a bit more than Sinistera at the moment, though.
Yeah, agreed.
How much did he get? Like half a game this week?
You got 10 minutes,
Oh.
Ouattara.
I mean, he put up what, 2 points then?
1.5.
Okay, almost.
I mean, what happens if one of these guys scores like a brace in the cup game versus Leicester? Like, they could hit some form, get some favor, be back in the lineup, sort of thing. So,
Right.
again, like that Burnley fixture is late enough into the game. It's on the Sunday that most of your assets would have played. So, if you've got like 1 or 2 and you're able to kind of rotate with your bench and hold on for game week 28, it's not a bad play.
Yeah, fair.
Because, like, I mean, even though, like, you could punt on maybe some of the Burnley forwards as well against Bournemouth, like, Bournemouth still look like a little open sort of thing. And, like, Hamdouni, Odebear, DDF, we know, like, they've had decent form. But, man, Burnley are just, like, they've really, really disappointed me, man.
Yeah, nobody really wants to go there, right? Same way you
Yeah.
just don't want any Sheffield options, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
DDF is worth talking about though. They'd return again, but he's the only one I would want.
No, that goal was offside, wasn't
Oh
it?
yeah, it was ruled off. They got the clean
Yeah,
sheet.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
My
mean,
bad.
that is a good thing though. Like he's still getting goal chances, and he's playing the 90 minutes as well.
True.
So it's not a bad backup option to kind of consider.
Yeah.
Speaking of backups, Mope, Vissa's back in the picture.
Yeah, that one I'm gonna assess tomorrow when lineups come out versus West Ham. I expect that Visit displaces, but then I also expect that Mbuemo's back soon, and who knows what happens.
Yeah.
Um, Fulham. So Bobby Reed, no minutes this game. Very strange to me.
Yeah, that is really strange.
But Adama came off the
Hey.
bench, got the assist.
What? No.
Yeah,
Did he actually?
he did. He got an assist.
Oh, what? That makes sense. I mean, the last few games, he's been getting a few minutes here and there.
Exactly, and it's building. Hopefully, maybe
Yeah.
one for this nostalgia, right?
Oh man, don't make me do it. I definitely grab him. Like, he's such an exciting Fantrax pick.
Exactly.
Oh, don't play with my heart, man.
I like Fulham's form. Fulham have a game in 29. Like that things again, like going for them.
It's genuinely not the worst punt. Like, especially okay, if there's like a clusterfuck of people that are booked or missing, assets that you own are blanking, and you've got no hope in the world. And
Exactly.
you have like one playable spot. Fucking throw Adama in there and just like enjoy the weekend. Oh, that's too funny. So Glasner, in the dugout, you'd expect like assets that might have been iced out, shunned. Apparently Roy hates children. So there was like a lot of hype around this Franca kid. There was like, wasn't he like some big money signing and shit like that? So he dropped 16 and a half off the bench.
Yeah, 2 assists, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. I mean, no one would have had him rostered, I would think.
No, not at all.
If he's getting starts, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, in the start versus Chelsea, I think this would have been last game or second to last game for Roy or something like that.
Yeah.
He got 7.
7. Exactly.
Yeah, 7 points in 83 minutes. So there's potential.
Exactly. Yeah, I think I'm not against it.
Yeah.
I don't really like Sheffield. I don't really like Origi, despite the contribution this game week.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone else really.
Ansu Fati, I don't know.
Oh, that's just
can't-
you loving Fatty and wanting to talk about Fatty.
I can't believe Ferguson got back a start, yo. I genuinely can't.
I can't believe De Zerbi invited a Stupinan for pasta and benched him.
Man. This is weird. Wild.
Wasn't Fatty at the pasta dinner too?
Oh, I don't know.
I think he
full details.
might
I
have
just
been,
saw- I just saw one pic, like one comic strip.
Oh, that's the worst thing. Man, if my boss invites me for dinner, that's going to be like the worst feeling ever now. Like,
True.
oh, yeah.
I guess that's the forwards.
Yeah, let's pick one each.
I'm gonna go. I'll leave the obvious one.
Oh, the Bournemouth boys, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'll just pick another Bournemouth boy and hope he comes back into some shout. Sinistera.
You know what? If you want to go absolute random Bournemouth boys, let's go NS Unal.
Yo, he came on, right? How'd
He
he
should
do?
have scored, actually.
How'd he do?
He got 0 points, but he should have
Okay.
scored. Like, he had a decent chance. I feel like I remember him like having a header chance or something, and it went just wide of the post. So
Fair enough. Yes,
yeah,
yes. You're right. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember it now.
yeah. So like, who knows if there's some injury or what if he got versus Leicester, he gets like goal and assist. Like,
Oh,
could be in
that's
the
gonna just
reckoning, yo.
tempt
You never
managers.
know. You never know.
True.
But yeah, if not like the outside Bournemouth boys, I think I'll just go Adama just for fucking shits and giggles. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
I
cool.
didn't have much planned because it's 200 episode, but I did want to ask you like mini bit of trivia.
Yeah, let's
Extremely
go for it.
short.
Yeah.
Um, 3 players have 200 goals or more in the Prem. Can you name them?
Currently playing
No.
Alan Shearer,
Right. That's number one. It's not a hard question.
Thierry Henry.
Oh no.
What? Oh man, I'm really bad at this stuff. Harry Kane.
Right. Number two.
Andy Cole.
Number four with 187, so not over 200.
Jesus. Give me a clue for this third one. Club
Let's see.
or nationality.
English.
Oh, fuck's sakes. Rooney?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, I was trying to find stats on like youngest Prem players who've hit 200 appearances. Couldn't really find concrete data. I didn't spend much time looking, obviously.
Clearly, since your first question was like the easiest, most obvious question of life.
Yeah.
I mean, hey guys, come donate to us. 200th episode.
Yeah. Throw us questions. Throw it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Let's see how bad we are.
Yeah. There you go. Cool, man. Yeah, 200 in the book. Thank you so much, by the way, for being part of the journey.
Oh, yeah, that's for the listeners, right?
Yeah, obviously. You haven't done shit.
Exactly.
But yeah, we should be back midweek as well, regular pod stuff. I know you're gonna be away soonish. You've got like exams and busy stuff, so we might have one or two
Yes.
guests fill in as well. Megan, by the way, agreed to come on the pod, so
Sick.
needs to schedule that.
Nice.
That should be a fun episode. Maybe we might get some of our listeners' wives that play Fantrax to send in some questions as well. So
True.
yeah, it'll be a fun one. Any last words, bro?
No, just have fun, man. Get
Yeah.
back to that part of this time. That part of the season.
Yeah. Keep an eye on cup fixtures. That's my reminder.
Good point.
And come join the fucking Discord. That's it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Cool, man. I'll see you when I see you, though.
All right.
Peace.